We have a student who in my second block is tall, and one of his friends, when he was doing the interview, said, "You're tall." And he was like, "You're only supposed to say positive things." And he's like, "Well, that is a positive thing. That's really cool that you're tall." And so it was this whole conversation about being other people seeing things, for him, he might have felt insecure about being a taller third grader, but the other kids were like, "That's so cool. You can do things that we can't."
It was just a project where we picked what the best part of us was. Some of the kids chose their legs, their arms, their eyes or glasses. One chose their personality. We decided to just write about that and turn it into a book. My hands are the best. They help me catch the football. They pick up my controller for Rocket League.
I love using my eyes to see my family. That's why I like my eyes so much. In conclusion, the best part of me are my wonderful eyes.
When I smile, you can see my shiny teeth in the sun. The best part of me is my smile because it makes me feel better when I'm sad. In conclusion, the best part of me is my smile.
I just feel like the best part of me is my personality. Since when we did the personality test in my classroom, I got a lot of funny, kind, and carings. I can make people smile, and they will remember that moment in their day and laugh.
Your ears let you hear what is going on around you. Your ears let you hear if someone is talking to you. If you did not have your ears, you would not be able to hear your voice. In conclusion, the best part of me are my ears.
So the project we worked on was a descriptive paragraph. In the scope and sequence, that's one of our standards that we have to teach. And so I decided to couple that with our campus is also a Leader in Me campus, and we really want to talk about empowering kids. So we decided to write the best part of me essays. And as we were going through it, it was a really cool experience. I thought that kids would really focus on the external parts, and some of them came up with some really creative internal things about themselves that they liked. And that was really eye-opening. Kids always kind of seem to amaze you with the things they come up with. And then we decided that we wanted to publish our book. I teach humanities block. I have my homeroom in the morning, and then I have my switch class in the afternoon. And I wanted each class to kind of have their own book, their own kind of identity. Whenever you have 48 kids, it sometimes can be overwhelming to have them mixed together. And I really wanted them to each have one for their class. So I was able to put together 2 books and have it separated to where the parents from my switch class could order their student's book, and then my parents from my homeroom could order our book.
The best part of me are my legs. If I did not have my legs, how would I play sports? I like my legs because they help me run the 20-minute run.
Well, I agreed with all of their choices, and what they wrote just it really brightened my day. Like some people that like their legs, and they're like, I use them for the 20-minute run. Oh, look, it's about to start. 1, 2, 3, 4, go! And it made me laugh.
And it's really hard for them. They feel like just whether it's pressure on themselves or pressure from outside, that has to be perfect the first time. And we talk a lot about authors and people that write speeches and things like that. It is never perfect the first time, but it does take time to kind of go through that process. And we always start from the basics. We start with brainstorming, whether it's drawing pictures, seeing pictures, using mentor text to try to give some kind of tactile example to the concept. I find that with kids that, especially struggling writers, they really need that thought process. With even expert writers, sometimes they struggle with finding the balance between creating the idea and actually the words on the paper. So this whole thought about literacy is really trying to give them step-by-step steps in order to go from a brainstorm to a final piece. And again, in writing, that's not always kids' favorite thing. So I have found with the peer editing, that helps bring a little bit more fun and collaboration to the projects. We always change up partners. They always have kind of a guide or a checklist that they do. So it gives them, they feel a little more freedom. And it just trying to make it a little more fun. sometimes writing, and we've talked about this with them so much, is we kind of have this understanding that we might not all love writing, but we realize we have to do it. And, thinking with the end in mind, we have to get to some spot, and so this is how we're going to do it. Kind of takes some of the pressure off.
Sometimes when we're doing big projects like this, it's easier when you have a partner because they can tell you what's better to go with your paper and what you maybe should take out.
Actually, my partner was Jax. I edited his paper and he edited mine. But we just wrote by ourselves and she took our picture. The only reason I chose my eyes is because I think they're the most unique part of me. Because they're different colors and they're I just like them.
I thought it was really cool how he made the cover, and I really liked how they put the pictures of what we did.
It was very fun. I think the experience was really fun.
Everybody knows with COVID and everything, students have been kind of disconnected, and then they kind of come back and they feel a lot of pressure. Not just with my class, but just third grade in general. Some of them haven't had a quote unquote normal year since kindergarten. So things like stamina really starts to build on their self-doubt and that negative self-talk. Oh, I'm so bad at math, or I'm so bad at reading, or I don't read like everyone else. So we're really practicing on changing that mindset. So I felt like this was a good unit to help them focus on something about themselves, whether they got the idea from their partner's interview or just had it on their own, something about themselves that they really, really liked and that they felt was important. And that really helps just kind of build that confidence. I think that as a teacher, I can teach most anything, but the confidence piece, once they lose that, is just so challenging to rebuild. And they're only in third grade. If they start having those negative self-talk now, it's really, really tough. So that was the other part that I really enjoyed about this book, was just hearing all the positive self-talk about themselves and things about them that they liked.
Yeah, this is probably one of my favorite projects in the year, so.
Well, I felt proud of all of us for getting this far, and even though some of us thought we had some good ideas, it could be better, but they got through it and they did it.
Well, it was very fun to just see what everybody wrote and know what they think is the best part of them.